Yo, what is up guys, ECOP here today, and today we are on the Big Boy Club channel, and I'm so happy to be on this channel just because I'm excited to present to you guys this deck that I used on the challenge, the tournament that's out right now. This deck is actually pretty dang good. I used to use it back when I started playing Clash Royale. I don't use it now just because I'm a little bit higher up. You guys will see how high up I am in the next video because we're going to start climbing a lot of trophies. But anyways, let's get right into the video. So the deck I'm using is the Balloon Giant with Inferno Tower for the main defense and Balloon Giant for the main offense push. It's a really interesting deck that people used to use back in the day because a lot of people were using the Prince Hog, which this is actually someone that's using the Prince Hog, but he messed it up by using the Witch. So it was kind of easy to defend since I have an Inferno Tower, and that's probably one of the best defense towers there was back in the day. A lot of people use the Bomb Tower, but I'm not a Bomb Tower type of guy. I'm more of a Inferno Tower player. But right now, as you can see, we're just making simple trades with Giant push on the right and then his push with the Prince and the Witch on the left. But right now I'm really just cycling through to make the great play of putting my Giant and my Balloon down at the same time, which isn't that hard. Once you get those down, it's basically a tower for sure. Like especially with these little cards that are in the game at that very moment when they had only these cards. As you can tell, he set down his Barbarians. He was down a ton of elixir. That set him behind, and that let the Balloon get to the tower without being stopped by a Witch or something like that. So yeah, I took that tower pretty easily, and he didn't have a zap for that Scar Me, which is kind of surprising for a player in this time, because really a lot of players like to use a zap for the Scar Me. But I take a free tower right there. He keeps pushing with that Witch. I really just have to rebuild my elixir, use that zap on that big minion horde right there, which is juicy, and a lot of elixir comes from that, and I'm ahead right there. So that leaves me with my Inferno, but I'm gonna just exit out right there because I pick up the W by taking his other tower the same way I took that tower, since he had no air defense really. Here we're gonna start out with the Giant, Valkyrie against each other, and then I throw down the Balloon again with the Giant. It's pretty hard to stop that Balloon once it's going, but at the same time he gets a pretty tanky push going, the Valkyrie and the Giant, so it's pretty hard to stop that. So we're just gonna do some tower trades right here. I should have set down an Inferno to start that out. And then he throws a Goblin Barrel, which is basically unstoppable for me right now because I don't have any other card that can defend against all those cards. So I'm kind of like, okay, I got this because I have the Inferno Tower, but then I'm like a little scared that he might set down that same push again. But I still got the Inferno Tower, which shreds through tanks. So I knew I was going to win this game. So here I'm deciding what to do, whether I should push him or not. I think I set down my Inferno Tower. Yeah, I set down my Inferno Tower just for that defense, just in case he sets something else down. He sets down a bunch of like crap right there. I was about to drop the S word. It's not easy enough to take that out. So I start pushing with my Giant, I believe, right here. No, yes. Yes, okay, so I set my Giant in the back, which is usually what you do with the Giant, so you can build up elixir and start a good push. He sets down his Witch. I don't know why people are using the Witch. It's not really good in my opinion, especially with all these tanky builds going around. I go into overtime with this guy just because he has that dank, he has a dank build, man. Like, his deck is revolved around a Valkyrie and a Giant, which is kind of hard to destroy with all these small cards I have. So I'm kind of in a position where I really have to keep rolling to my Inferno Tower so I can stay alive. That's all you have to do. Just keep rolling through to that Inferno Tower and you'll be set. And then as soon as your Inferno Tower is up, you push for that Giant Balloon push. And I'm using my Scar Me very wisely right now because I don't think this guy has a zap either. He might. He has a Fireball, I know that, but what are you gonna Fireball? 2 elixir cards right here. And then he sets down his Valkyrie right here, which sucks for me because I had a big push going through. But I managed to get some hits off with my Giant quite a bit too, and then my minions get on there too, so I'm quite ahead too. I just said 2 so much in there, but anyways, I get a lot of hits there, so I know I'm gonna win this game. I do a lot of damage, but let me see what's going on. Okay, so the Giant, you just gotta set down like scar me and stuff when, you know, his zap was just used, and then he uses that goblin barrel, zap that as usual. It's all these basic movements that you should know to play the game with this deck. Then the balloon's just gonna crash down, and look how much damage it does. It's insane. And drop the bomb and it's over. It's a really basic deck to use, guys. I really recommend it, and I hope you guys enjoy how it works. Peace out.